This video is intended to be an efficient way to train people on how to use a Wix website, specifically for the Eastern Sierra Unified School District. So we use Wix websites for our district office, for all of our school websites. Here are some assumptions that we should begin with. You should know how to log into your Google account, so you know your password, or you're already logged in, which is even better. But if you want any sort of email address being added to this account so you can edit it from wherever, just let me know. And you also need to be an editor on Wix, so you need a message to be saying, hey, I want to edit this website. I need to know. So let's go ahead and log into Wix. If we come over here, I'm going to go to sign in. Again, I'm going to sign in with Google. I'm already logged in, so I can just click on my esusd.org account. One moment, please. When you sign in, you should see every site that you are an editor for. For most of us, it's going to be just one. For me, I get to see all of them. Let's go ahead and take a look at Colville High School. So I'm going to click Select and Edit Site, and it opens up the dashboard. So the dashboard is the place where we're going to talk about our first task. Let's wait for this to open up, though. All right, it looks like it's finally loaded. So this is what the dashboard looks like. The first thing that I want to talk about is how to post an announcement. The way that you post announcements, you don't even do any site actions. You just come over here to blog. So it's not really announcements, it's called a blog. You come over to blog, you click on it, and of course my computer is going to be going nice and slow. And there isn't anything here yet, so you can create a new post on the top right. I can also create one down there, I guess. So create a new post, and you want to have a title. So this is going to be test post. And then you can do a few different things down here. You can either type in the full post, like if there is an Aries Communication or Parent Square, whatever being sent out, you can kind of copy paste it and put it in here. So say blah, blah, blah. One thing to note that tables don't really work very well in here. It's mainly picture based. So maybe blah, blah, blah. If you want to add a table, maybe you hit the plus button. You come over here to the add an image. I, on my account, have a bunch of images added to mine. I don't know if you guys can see the site files. You might be able to. I don't know. Let's go to Colville High School. Can't speak. And yeah, sure. Let's randomly put the logo in there. Sure. Add a page. So you can add a picture. That is way too big. But I can make it. Oh, there it goes. There's a small fit. There's large. So you can make the pictures larger, small that way. I guess I'm learning as well while I'm teaching the video. So add pictures that way. And the cool thing is when you publish this, it'll publish right now, and you can play with these options too. So what do you have? Gallery, don't really use video. You can add a file, but what I found to be most useful when posting announcements is to post a link to a Google Drive file. For example, if I come over here and come to my website announcements folder. So if I go to, like, I don't know, the district announcements, all of these are just PDFs. Let's look at the most recent one. If I have this PDF, I have Google Backup and Sync installed on my computer. That's what it looks like up here. It means that I can right-click on any of the files that are in my Google Drive folder, which 100% of my files are in there. I can right-click, and then I can click Copy Link to Clipboard. What that means is if I select some text, I want to turn that into a link up here. Go away. Click the link button and hit Paste. This now links to that document. As soon as people click on the blah, 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 it'll open up this document to the actual PDF that was released by your principal, by the superintendent, whoever it is, and they can see it. And the cool thing is, if you need to make modifications to this file, you can just overwrite the old file, and the link won't have to be changed. It's pretty useful. So that's announcements. Let's move on to our next topic. Our next topic: how do you change the school menu? A very popular thing. So let's come back here to Wix page. Again, you're going to go to your site, edit site, and once it goes to the dashboard, then you can go to the site actions dropdown and edit the site. This is mainly the thing you're going to be doing. You're not really going to be doing anything else. So edit the site. It'll open up a new tab, so you can always come back here and just post an announcement to the blog if you want, or you can close this window. I would like to point out one thing while this is loading, and that is only one person can edit the site at a time. which is super, super troublesome. If you are planning on having each teacher have their own page within this site, it won't work, because as soon as 2 people have it open, then it will only be able to save one of those copies. It's super annoying, and they haven't fixed it as of December 3rd, 2020. They might have fixed it in the future. I'm hoping they do, because it's a nice feature to be able to have multiple edits. All right, so here's your page. How do you navigate between pages? Either you can come up here to the page tool, you can come up over here to the menus and pages tool. I typically go to the page tool, it's a little bit faster. And let's go to the menu. So that's going to be underneath calendar, the breakfast and lunch menu. So click on that page. If you click on these things, they're just going to let you edit the toolbar. It's not going to let you click and actually go to the pages. So that's how you do the navigation. And you'll notice that right here, there's nothing there because this is a brand new site. I mean, this is 2020, right? How do you connect this? Essentially what you want to have is a PDF that is linked. So let me give you an example. I'll go ahead and click on settings after I click on this, and it'll be a Google Drive widget, I think it's called. You want to connect to your account because that's where the PDF document lives, hopefully in your Google Drive account. So connect account. There it is. Okay, sorry. You'll connect to whatever account you want. And now you can go select the actual file within that account. So for me, I'm going to go to my, I have a lot of folders to navigate here. I'm going to go to my work folder. I'm going to go to my website folder. Into the website, I have a lot of things to choose from. Let me show you the high school one that I did here. Schedules, breakfast, lunch schedule. And so this is kind of important. So I am currently having a file here called breakfast, lunch, current. And I will override this file with whatever the current file is. That way I never have to do this ever again. And I'll explain that in a second, but I'm just going to say breakfast, lunch, current, which happens to be the breakfast, lunch for December. So breakfast, lunch, current, I'll hit select. And I can exit this, we don't need it anymore. It will show up with that PDF. And you can make this a little bit smaller if you want. You can resize this, but I think just leaving it the default is probably the nicest. So how do you update this in the future now that you've added it for the first time? In fact, I can help you add it for the first time because it's a little bit difficult. But once you have it set up and it's linked to your Google Drive, this is the cool part. And if Google Drive is also on your computer, this is what's so cool about it. If you go to your folder where this document lives, so mine, I clicked on Levi Union High School, announcements, schedules, breakfast, lunch menu. This current one is the one that's being displayed. So this, you can see, is the exact one that's being displayed here. If I were to say, open up this PDF, let's say September, and I'll have to undo this because it's currently linked to all of our real websites as well. If I say, oh, I want this menu to be what the website displays, what you would do is you go to File, Save As, or whatever program you're using. I'm using PDF Expert, it's kind of nice. And then you navigate again to the right spot. So Work, Website, LVHS for me, schedules, breakfast, lunch menu, and then I'm going to save it over the current menu. Watch what happens here. So right now, if I come back to the web page, it looks fine. In fact, if I were to publish this and preview it, let me go to this preview tab. Okay, yeah, don't again, thank you. If I go to this preview tab, this is what it looks like. Okay, so it's December right now, but as soon as I come back over here and I say, yes, I want to save over the current file, and I hit save, yes, I know it exists, I'm going to replace it. This is the key, you need to replace it. So it's saving, you can see up here, okay, Google Backup and Sync is syncing one of those folders. Okay, it just synced it to the cloud, breakfast, lunch, current, there it is. It just synced, which means if I come back over here, I have not edited, I have not touched the website. If I come back here and I refresh, it has changed to September. And please note, I did not touch anything in the interface for the website. Super nice. How do you replace it with something again? One more time. I know you could just rewatch the video, but let's open up something else. Let's open up December, and I can make this bigger so you can see the names. December. If I open up December, I want to save this over it. So right now, let me have a more live version of this. So if I All right, so right now it's September. All I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh this screen and it will change as long as I override the file correctly. So I'm going to rewrite it with December. I'm going to do File, Save As. I'm going to resave this as Breakfast Lunch Current. Hit Save. Yes, I do want to replace. That's the important part. I'm waiting for my Google Backup and Sync to resync over the current. And once it gives me the check mark, it is now uploaded to the cloud in this current slot. So if I come back over here, all I'm going to do, this is the official website, right? I'm going to refresh and it's been updated. All right. The next question, how do I make small changes in general? In general, you will still be going through the website editor. And then it really depends on what you want to do. Most of your tools are going to be under the add tool, so let me go to the home page and play around with that. So if you go to your home page and you say, I don't know, I want to add maybe a logo or something. I don't know. I want to add a picture, like pictures coming soon, right? So I'm going to go ahead, come over here to add, click on that, and there are a ton of things that you want to work with. So I don't know, I want to add an image. Sure. And usually you want to do my upload. You don't want to do like the free ones that are online, right? So my upload images or my image uploads. And then this is everything. And I still am not sure because I haven't shared this with anyone else yet. If this is, you have access to all of these files or if you need to add your own, but maybe I'm going to go here to my image folder and I'm going to say, I don't know, what do I want to add here? I want to add an Aries icon. I want the Aries to be on the very front screen. Yeah, sure. I'll add that to page. And there it is. Wix supports a lot of drag and drop as long as it's first uploaded to the website. Maybe you want to add some text. I don't know, add text. You can add the theme text. You don't want to do, you typically want to do your own theme to be consistent with the website. Yeah, just play around with it. If you have specific questions, it generally comes from this tool over here. If you want to add a page, that has to come from the pages tool, the menu. So you come down here and add page. If you want to edit the URL of things, it's also in the page menu tool. And you can see all the things that are hidden from people too. Like I have a test website to play around with if people want to try copying that. And that's in general how you would make small edits to the website. The final question that I have for this video, I know it's already kind of long, how do I edit the calendar? So the way that this is going to work, and the way that the way that all the calendars in the district work for that matter, is each school has their own calendar. You can see that Colville High, District Office, Edna Beeman, every school has their own calendar. So you will basically only have to edit your calendar.google.com. Again, I'm trying to make it as hands-off as possible because it's really annoying to try to edit Wix with a slow computer. You will edit your calendar by coming to calendar.google.com. You'll make a new event, and I don't know, we'll say test event. And you want to make sure that the calendar that you're adding it to is your school calendar. You won't see all of these by default, only if you have permission to see them. So in our case, we're editing the Colville High page, so we'll say Colville High. And test event, or something to see if that actually shows up. So that's the test event, And I right now will go and edit this off scene to make sure that it shows up on the website. All right, well, I feel a little bit silly. That took 30 seconds. But yeah, I linked it to the Colville High School calendar now. You can see that test event did pop up at, I guess I randomly chose 12:30 p.m. Is that right? Oh, yeah, I chose 12:30. So that's what it looks like on the editor. What does it look like on the actual website? So if I come over here to calendar, events calendar, you'll see, oh yeah, it pops up. But the only way for them to actually get more details is for them to actually click on it. When they click on it, what happens? It pops up, test event, there it is. It gives you more information. Anything that you add in that event will pop up only if they click on it. And I guess you can also copy your own Google Calendar, which is pretty cool. I didn't know about that. All right, that concludes this video. I know it was already long. If you have questions, please ask me, email me, what have you. And thanks for watching.